Oh, Steven doesn't have our usual music, so I'll do it. Hello, everyone. Welcome to DISHIN Days. That's right. There it is. We are bringing you a full recap of this week's episodes of your favorite soap opera, Days of Our Lives. I'm your host, Tony Moore, and I am joined by some very dashing co-hosts. We have, to our far, 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 far left, giving you Tom Cruise Top Gun realness. He is
Mark J. Freeman.
You know, those glasses make you look a whole lot better.
Tony Moore, take it back. Take it back.
Just saying.
Hello, everybody. I'm just getting recognized on the street too much.
Oh, dear Lord.
So I have to wear my shades.
By who?
I was going to wear my hood, too.
Oh, no. Then they think you're going to blow up something.
Realness.
And, of course, next to him we have
Peter Ramos.
And holding it down in the booth, we have the lover of hashtags, Steven. Hey, Steven. I'm good. How are you?
Good, just loving hashtags.
Well, you know,
That's
a
hashtag, by the way.
We're expecting them. We're expecting them during the show. All right, so thanks you guys for joining us. Let's go ahead and dive right into this full week of Days of Our Lives, starting with the Serena Xander storyline.
Still don't have the diamonds.
Okay, first of all, can I just say, this storyline could have been wrapped up 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
I would say a month ago.
She had not hidden diamonds in somebody else's house.
Chimney.
You know
Can
what?
we just not say, we got to mention that it's in the chimney.
Now, you know what she could have done? I thought about this. Now, if she didn't want people to ransack her hotel room,
okay,
she could have gotten another hotel room just for the diamonds. That way, she always knew where the diamonds were.
Or she could have just put in the hotel safe deposit box.
No, because they would have ransacked her place. I thought about that too.
The one that's behind the counter. There's not a safe deposit box in there.
Behind what counter? At the hotel?
The hotel can hold items for you.
I would have said she could have given them to Derek, but we all know he can't hold water. So this week has been a lot of discoveries. Serena found out that Xander has a connection in Salem and got a little nervous because she thought that Xander knew where the diamonds were based on the card that fell out that said Daniel Jonas.
That she thought he was related to.
How would he know that just because he's friends with Daniel?
He's Xander.
Alexandros.
I know. I mean, I get that. And so, come on.
And did you think it was funny how when they decided to go to the house, both of them, and then Daniel was like, "Let me give you a tour." I'm like, "How big is his apartment?"
Yes.
And then how
it was like, "Let me give you the grand tour." I'm like, wow.
How Serena,
how many rooms does that apartment have?
It's just one. They just went and saw Parker's room.
Well, Melanie has a room too.
And Melanie. Yeah. But I thought it was funny how Serena was like, "Oh no, I'm just gonna sit out here and do my my work emails." And Nicole was like, "I'll sit out here too." And Serena's face was like, damn. As she looks over at the chimney.
That was good.
Yeah. So this whole week, her and Xander have been trying to figure out how to get the diamonds. Xander has been like basically looking at her saying, "I need those diamonds," and threatening her. Yeah. Oh my God! Did you see when he bust into the room and he was like, and I was like, "Oh, somebody called Derek."
On the bed and somebody called Derek.
Oh, when she fell on the bed, did you see how she fell on the bed?
Very
and
dramatic.
Did you see how she got off the bed?
Well, how she like slithered through him and was like, "Oh." Good job, Serena. Good job.
Earlier in the week, I kept writing on my notepad as I was watching, why can't you just say, "I hid them in the stupid chimney because I'm an idiot"? You know, like, she ended up saying it later in different words, of course. But I just kept thinking, well, how horrible is it just to say, "I hid them and I can't get to them"? Like,
well, that was before she knew that Xander actually knew Daniel.
I guess this is why I don't write for daytime.
Could be a number of reasons.
My episodes would be done in 15 minutes.
When he was grabbing her wrist underneath the table. And
yes, at the pub. And then how poor Serena, she is trying to come up with every possible way to get over to that apartment. She came up with, "Oh, it's our girls' night," and Melanie was like, "Oh, I forgot, gotta go," you know. And then there was, "Oh, I see Daniel and Nicole are trying to get back together. We should go over there."
Yeah.
And Eric's like, "Why can't we have them over here?"
Yeah, she's trying.
And then her and Xander finally get into into Daniel's apartment. And okay, stupid. Who goes out and buys everyone Hawaiian shirts?
Xander. Well, isn't like Daniel from Hawaii or like doesn't he like surf over there?
Again, let me tell you the one time you wear a Hawaiian shirt
At a luau?
while you're
When
in
you're
Hawaii.
retired.
I got you
Cop.
water.
You said when you're a retired cop. Actually, I know a guy that wears nothing but Hawaiian shirts, so kudos to him.
Yeah.
But the only time you wear a Hawaiian shirt is when you're in Hawaii and you're vacationing and you think, oh, I need a Hawaiian shirt.
Maybe Daniel's going to be going to Hawaii soon
With Nicole.
with Melanie.
First of all, if Daniel and Nicole can get it together,
Right.
then maybe I can foresee that in them.
Yeah.
Can't with that
Daniel's
anymore. I know we'll talk about it
Right.
later.
Yeah,
but I
we'll
just can't.
talk about that. But basically, this whole week, Xander and Serena were trying to figure out how to get the diamonds. So what do you guys think about the this Xander-Serena storyline? Let's take it to the chat room and see what you guys are saying.
I'm on
Lunatic Nation misses Derek. He has too much information to report.
Right. You know what? There was this week, there was a different maid there.
That's what I said.
And
You should get her on the show.
I was like, "Where's Derek? Like, Derek is the one that like brings the goods." I thought he was coming back. Joseph says it takes brain power for Salem PD to turn on the chimney to find the diamonds, which they don't have. Hashtag DISHIN Days. Melanie, the super organized. Oh, hey James. Melanie invited her grandmother in front of Serena and sent.
Yeah, that was funny.
What did she do?
And sent
See,
her.
Melanie-
It's Melanie. I saw her tune out. So what happened?
Oh yeah, because Maggie came over,
She's like,
and Serena was like, Melanie was like, "Ooh, I forgot. Gotta talk to my grandmama. Bye."
Slam that door.
That is so funny. Let's see. And didn't they say something about it being Victor's Hawaiian shirt? But no, the whole family got shirts.
Yeah,
Victor,
he said they got 'em for
Daniel,
everybody. Yeah.
Brady, Parker, everybody got a Hawaiian
Derek
shirt.
has the day off.
Now we need to have a family photo with all of them in the Hawaiian shirts. That'd be great.
A Hawaiian shirt
Derek
day.
works for the newspaper as a star reporter. Thank you, Carolyn.
I love that Leah said Eric is dumb. That's why. When as far as like why would we have them over here? Yeah, bless his heart. I think Daniel did say he
Daniel
knew
went to
how to
surf.
surf.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. All right. So that was pretty much the Serena Xander storyline. Let's move on to JJ, Paige, and Eve. So JJ and Paige have make love. I love that moment where he went for like her skirt and then she stopped him and then went like
Is that your move, Tony?
Maybe
is that my move?
Is that your move?
I am a Christian.
he would take the hand.
I'm still a virgin. I would take the hand and guide them where they're supposed to go. No, you're supposed to be up here. But I thought that was a nice moment where, you know, she was just kind of like, wait, am I sure?
Emmy worthy?
It's okay.
Emmy, well,
Is it Emmy?
Will she submit that scene?
No, but yeah, I don't know. But that was, and then jealous Eve.
my God.
When Eve figured it out,
Oh, she was not
Were
happy.
you guys studying? And she's like, no. Like biting her.
and then
bottom lip.
Eve's face was literally like
She was. I mean,
And she could not-
literally see the steam coming.
she could not wait for Paige to leave because all of a sudden she was just like.
Just tearing throwing everything all. Oh, that's
She
gonna be
threw
a
a
great
fit.
picture for when you're absent again.
Oh my god!
That's what I said. I'm never
My God.
leaving. I'm never leaving.
But Eve is also still hell bent on making sure that Cole breaks comes in between Paige and JJ.
And he is just not doing a good job.
He is not. First of all, I love how he came over and was like, Paige wasn't in class. Aren't you supposed to be in class?
Yeah.
Well, that's what he said. He said
She
once he
did
saw that
say,
he wasn't
well, why
there,
didn't you just stay? Maybe she was going to show up
take
later.
the notes and all that
Yeah.
kind of jazz.
We all know Paige was doing some other things that involved biology and anatomy.
She was definitely studying.
She was studying all right. She was studying JJ. But what she should have did was taking her mom's notes. Hey. That's what she should have done. So how do we feel about, you know what, I feel like Eve just needs to come out and say, JJ, I want to be with you. Because clearly she does.
Eve needs to say that? Yeah. I know.
She's so
agree.
jealous.
It's kind of obvious. I mean, when he came over for asking her for the jacket, you know.
Yeah.
And by the way, I just want to apologize to you, Tony, for last week. She did steal the jacket.
I told you she stole it.
I said I apologize.
She ain't paid for no jacket. She stole that jacket. I told you. I told you. I told you. I told you.
I apologize. I'll admit when I'm wrong.
Oh, and how about this? How about Jennifer almost catching JJ having sex again? She called him. Then she came home early, and his buttons all and she's just like,
and Paige's hair's all disheveled,
and she just comes out, hi.
And then they have a conversation about it again. Really?
I love that she was like, you guys were studying without books.
You need books to study,
right? Just like, oh my God, and they have never studied upstairs in his room.
No.
They've always studied downstairs.
Well, when the cameras were rolling, we only saw them. Because a lot happens in Salem that we don't see in that hour.
A lot of stuff happens in Salem upstairs.
Right.
Oh,
People
yeah.
tend to go up
and never age and then come back down.
People tend to go up, never come back.
Exactly.
One person is Max.
Oh, poor Max.
Yeah. And Rex.
Oh, Rex went upstairs and never came down?
Yeah, Rex went upstairs to the Brady pub and never came back down.
Maybe he's just living up there.
Right. Next to Brady.
I think they should have recast him and he comes down and then Hope say, where have you been?
Sometimes they do have those very
they did that
tongue in cheek.
with Reba. Because one of the daughters on Reba left the show for a while because she had anorexia.
Yeah.
And when she came back on, every time she would walk into the scene, someone would go, where have you been?
That's just like Roseanne.
Yeah.
Remember when Roseanne switched Becky's?
back. Yeah.
And it was always like, they say she's the same, but she's not the same.
But they did that to Belle when Belle went upstairs in Marlena's condo. And she came back downstairs and Marlena was like, oh, Belle, you look so different. And I was just
I love those tongue-in-cheek moments.
Great.
I love it. So, what do you guys think about the JJ and Eve storyline? Let's take it to the chat room.
Eve is going to be pregnant. Yes, I agree.
Hashtag?
Oh my God.
Eve loves JJ.
Trust me, we do not. Paige had sex hair, laugh out loud, so obvious. Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Leah, I hope Eve gets pregnant, then miscarriages.
Lunatic,
Leah.
Lunatic Nation.
How do you really feel?
Right? Lunatic Nation, I agree. Eve loves JJ. I agree with that. Obviously.
She's more than
What's a helicopter parent?
She hovers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jet Sky says Eve is one crazy cougar.
Yeah, that's definitely what she is.
Well, yeah, we called her a cougar all along. Yeah, she's filling that role. Daniel's tough talk.
Tribe Master 07 says, I still don't get why someone like JJ would ever be interested in someone like Paige.
He needs to be with Roxanne.
I know.
That would be the perfect couple.
I wish they would bring back Roxanne.
I'm all for it.
She fits.
I think
Twitter, right? She needs to get a Twitter account.
She doesn't have one that I know of yet. I look every once in a while just to see.
And see if she has one.
I have to hashtag her.
Common mistake of an actress.
Yeah.
Not having social media.
And neither does Victor.
Yeah.
What is John Anderson going to do on Twitter?
His publicist should at least run it for him.
You know what? If John Aniston gets a Twitter, I think every day he should say something, reply about the news or entertainment news or politics as Victor.
Yes, 100%.
I would follow him. Yeah.
I'd wake up every day.
I would totally follow him.
It would be as exciting as Flynn Fridays for me.
World news in real world news or Salem world news?
Either. I still think Henderson and all the maids should have Twitters.
Oh, that's right.
And they should tweet behind the scene pictures and stuff like that. I was thinking that Days needs to do that. That would be so much fun. I mean, we have so many people that just follow us, and who are we?
Right. Our good friend James. Hi, James. I predicted on the show in February Eve will fall in love with JJ.
Yeah.
Well, so far you're right, James. Mm-hmm. And
I like Roxanne too.
Everyone seems to like Roxanne, and Lynn says Eve is just plain psycho. Mm-hmm. I would have to agree.
And she threw herself against the wall and slid down. It's like, holy.
That was very soap opera dramatic.
It's like, if I had $1 for every time I did that.
And for some reason I was wondering.
No pizza rolls.
You know, I imagine you doing that when Melanie's scenes come up. Melanie's on the screen. No!
just sweeping everything off the desk.
including the pizza rolls.
Hashtag I can't even.
Did anything? Also, Eve and JJ having that little argument, and Paige walked in on it. At one point, will Paige say, "Why are y'all always meeting if y'all are if y'all hate each other?"
Like why? Then that was even not even explained why JJ was even there.
It's always stupid because he's
Paige
always
doesn't live there anymore, so he has no reason to go there.
No, and then it's always like, I just wanted to tell your mom a few things. What else do you have to tell her? Y'all hate each other,
right?
Yeah.
It even said it. I hate your mother, and your mother hates me, and it's never going to change. So why the hell are?
Now let's go have sex.
Right?
I'm sorry, make love. So we'll see what happens. I feel like Paige is eventually going to find out.
Well, yeah, of course she has to. But
do you think Daniel's going to tell?
I was going to say,
I think
how
so.
is she going to find out?
I think so.
JJ almost told.
Is it going to be a slip up, or is it going to be an actual JJ?
No, I think Daniel's going to tell her.
Like, going to tell her or a slip up?
Putt.
I know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen.
Okay. You want to wait for predictions?
No, I'm going to do it now. Because I think that Paige is going to go and find the jacket again.
Okay.
And this time she's going to look in the pocket.
And what's going to be in the pocket?
And find a pair of Eve's underwear.
That would mean that JJ took Eve's underwear.
And that is when we are going to see the flashback of the jacket sitting in the chair. Then Eve talking about the jacket, and her finding the jacket, and JJ talking about the jacket, and it's not Daniel's and all. And she's going to put the puzzles together, and she's going to say, "You slept with my mother."
And those panties have been in there when they went to the Kariakis mansion, when they went into the church, and everything like that. They've been in
Mark
there.
My words.
Okay.
Yes, Mark.
I have a question. Yes. Can to your theory, I just have a very important question for that. How does Paige know what her mother's underwear looks like?
She's done the laundry before.
Now, what kind of underwear are they going to be? Granny panties, or are they just going to be sexy panties? Cougar panties.
Cougar panties.
Cougar panties.
Cougar panties.
Cougar panties. That's what they're going to be.
Cougar print. Cougar print.
That's what they're going to be. I love that Leah says the jacket gets more attention. The jacket should get paid. Hashtag Dishin Days.
Yes, exactly.
I agree. All right, so stay tuned for more of that. Let's move on to the big storyline this week. Melanie, Brady, Teresa, and Kristen.
Yeah.
First of all, before we get into that.
The obvious.
Can we talk about Teresa's meltdown on how she realizes that everyone in Salem hates her?
Oh yeah. She just walked from place to place.
But I felt so bad when she was crying in that park.
Yeah.
And Anne was like trying to comfort her
with her wrap dress.
Anne always has a wrap dress.
Hashtag.
And Kristen is wearing wrap dresses now too.
Powerful women. So a powerful woman wears a wrap dress. If you are a powerful woman, let us know about your wrap dress.
Wrap dress.
But this is what I felt. Because I felt like this whole, everyone hates me, I'm never going to find love. Something is happening with that. Like, we're now supposed to kind of feel sorry for Teresa because now this whole baby thing is about to come into fruition.
She's going to become a mother, so
she is a mother.
Well, I mean, she's going to become a mother. I mean, like she's going to find out she's a mom, so that's probably going to change her whole attitude.
Yeah,
because she has a child now, especially with a person that she's obviously in love with. Mm-hmm. And can I tell you how when Melanie told Brady the whole story? Mm-hmm. I was like, calm down.
First of all,
I was like, Brady just like, I don't know. I just thought he would put up more of a fight of believing Melanie of everything that she was telling him.
That he wouldn't believe her?
Yeah, I thought he wasn't going to. I thought he was going to put up more of a fight. Like, you're crazy, you're crazy, you're crazy. Like, I thought that was going to drag on for a while. He just like within 10 minutes, he was like, oh my God, you are right.
You know why? Because I like this. This is when I have a thought. Because Kristen, remember, when she was saying her goodbye,
I
said,
remember she said that.
Just so you know, before I go, I'm carrying a part of you. That's the soap look.
That is.
Yeah, okay. Hashtag soap look.
And so that's when he was just like, oh my God, you could be right.
Mm-hmm. And so that means that this story is not going to be dragged out.
We'll see.
Well, and it seemed like from the preview too, like
it's not going to be dragged out.
They're not mincing words about it. Like it's really
it's not like
he's like, you took the baby,
Kate and Vivian storyline where that was dragged out for a while. This was just like, okay, we found out now. For baby Christopher.
Right. Baby Christopher.
We know his name.
Kudos to Melanie for putting all that together, though.
I know. She's a smart cookie.
Yeah. I mean, kind of better than Salem PD. I love the fact that she found the plasma to discover that Teresa was pregnant and noticed that, and she just kind of...
I'm going to go into the chat room.
You can't go into the chat room right now. It's not time to go to the chat room. You have to talk about Melanie.
If you're talking about Melanie, I'm watching
You have
the
to
chat
discover
room.
Melanie. We have to talk about Melanie discovering the fact that Kristen stole Teresa's baby and put it inside her and gave birth to it.
Correct.
First of all, can we talk about how big that baby is?
Embryo.
Well, you know.
If that baby was just born, that baby looks like it popped out with a cell phone. That baby's big.
It's a big baby.
But yeah, there she is in Italy with the baby.
And Victor knew exact the address.
I love that. I love when Brady walked in and asked Victor for his help in finding Kristen.
Yeah.
He started off with, "You still keep track of all of your enemies and friends and close." Yeah. So it's a daily practice.
That's what I do. Yeah.
I need you to find Kristen. And then there was a bit of hesitation of like, why you want to find her, blah, blah, blah. She's in Italy.
In Italy.
I'll get you the address.
At the castle.
What?
Just put him in his little Rolodex and he finds her.
Yeah.
But also this.
I actually don't mind that so much. I think it was
that he knows
kind of
exactly
hysterical.
where it's at.
But let's think about this. If you're keeping tabs on people, who didn't realize that Kristen was pregnant?
Yeah, but he said no. He did say she's been kept. She hasn't really done much. She's been in the castle.
They know where she's at, but they're not keeping surveillance like exactly what she's doing inside the castle. Which I might add, which actually was kind of cool. It gave a nod to back when Kristen hid Marlena in the wine cellar.
Oh, in the secret cell.
In this,
And Susan was there. That mine Kristen.
But now how she's hiding Christopher behind that bookshelf. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I noticed that.
That's what she did with. Because I looked down because I was taking my notes, and I was like, "Who is?" I was like, "Oh, is that like the secret door that everyone keeps coming in?"
Yeah, that's the secret. The bookcase where she's hiding Christopher. By the way, we also forgot to say the disease that Christopher has.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I wrote it down.
SCID.
SCID.
But she said the whole name.
Severe combined immunodeficiency.
That's
what. You know what? I heard immune deficiency, and I was like,
immunodeficiency.
I was like, "Ooh, does he have a cold? What's wrong?"
Yeah.
No, he has a bubble boy syndrome. That's what it is.
What is it?
Bubble boy syndrome.
What's that?
You know, when have you ever seen that movie, Bubble Boy, where the person had to be kept in the bubble because they're very susceptible to viruses and all that kind of stuff. So that's the disease that he has. So babies can actually die within a year if they don't get cured. So I think that's where it has so much that why they're trying to get Teresa.
Plasma. Right. They need the plasma.
They need to bring her back for that bone marrow transplant.
Yeah. And I was kind of agreeing with Dr. Mandrake, like that it's going to be find another match because it's going to be a little difficult to now send Clint back to Salem.
But it's more fun.
Well, I guess it is.
Play with Teresa's emotions.
I guess so.
How is he going to bring her back? Do you think he's just going to knock her out? Or is he be like, hey, let's Teresa, let's go take a trip?
Listen, who knows? And Teresa's so vulnerable right now that she may just be like, okay, no one in Salem likes me anyway. No one's going to miss me anyway.
She'll gladly go anywhere with Clint if he asks at this point.
And I love how Kristen's like, she's not going to go back. What makes you think she's going back?
I know. I was like, what? She's just going to keep. First of all, who would want to keep Teresa?
I would.
I don't think she's planning to keep her alive. I think she'll probably try to kill her. I think so. I think that's what she wants. I'm not saying that's going to happen.
But what if the baby needs something else? Then she's like, oh crap, I killed her.
Got to keep her around.
Well, that's what Brady's for.
She'll keep her. She'll keep her in the wine.
Frozen.
Yeah.
Or actually, Teresa would be more like this, or like this.
Right.
Oh, I'm giving you too many pictures to get.
I know, right? Thank you. Or at the end of the shot, remember at the end when Kristen was talking about Teresa and she's right there on her cell phone with a martini in her hand?
Oh, yeah.
And that was like the last shot of the whole episode.
Yeah.
And then Kristen was like, she better not be drinking and she better not be doing drugs, blah, blah,
and there she was in Club TBD.
With her martini.
Did we lose our feed?
Oh.
Yeah, you got to redo it. Someone said, the video stops.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Steven, will you check our live feed? Thanks. So we now know that Kristen has this big, huge baby, and Brady and Sneaky Melanie are on their way to Italy.
Bathroom?
I think so.
Who's in the bathroom?
Melanie. So
yeah, she's in the closet.
Yeah. So Brady.
Melanie, take it from me. Get out of the closet.
So Brady was like, no, you're not coming with me. It's too dangerous. Blah blah blah. And she's just like, whatever, I'm going. She went back home. She told Daniel, peace out. Gotta go. Got my PTO. I'm leaving.
It was funny because I actually thought that was the time she was actually leaving the show, because we know that she's leaving the show.
Yeah.
Where she's like, oh, my mom called, blah blah, and I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be a happy day for Mark.
Yeah.
This is the day she's leaving.
No.
But
there's still more time.
I know.
got about 3-4 months.
Yeah. So
August. I think it said August.
August?
Is
Nice.
her last.
December, January,
I think
February,
that's
March,
kind of
April.
cool that Brady and Melanie
May,
are going to
June.
go on an adventure now.
Oh, maybe it was May. Maybe they did say May.
May, June.
May.
But I
Somebody
think
else.
it's nice that they're going to go on an adventure.
Yeah.
You know, I miss those adventure storylines. Mm-hmm. You know, on the islands. Remember when Sean and Belle got stuck in the island?
Yeah, that's right.
With,
You remember when they all got stuck on the island?
Because they were dead.
Dead, apparently, and they were now at like New Salem or something like that. And it was like New Salem spelled backwards.
Yeah.
I remember my heart kept sinking. Like, oh my God, where are all these people going?
They're all dying.
Yes,
Marlena and Abe and
everyone.
Maggie.
Yeah.
But that was awesome how she poured the liquor and Maggie.
So mean.
And then Alice, didn't they do something with the donuts? Didn't they like?
Those were the Salem Stalker days.
Hashtag those were the days.
Those were
Right.
the days.
So what do
we're
you?
back on? It says
Yes. So what do you guys think about this Teresa, Brady, Christopher, the baby storyline?
Yeah.
Misadventure
stories too. Somebody said
we're back working.
Jack.
Someone just said Jack.
Just Jack.
They just said Jack. Just Jack.
Marlena, not that bad. She's very hyper.
I wish Kristen was in. I wish Kristen was in Salem instead. She would be loving every minute of John and Marlene being estranged due to John's secret love child.
Yeah.
That's from Tribe Master. Leah says Clint looks like a snake. I hope that's not bashing. Hashtag DISHIN DAYS.
Clint looks like a snake.
Thank you, Lynn, for agreeing. She said, I was thinking the same thing, Tony. She would have to say, oops, I killed her.
Oops, I killed her.
Oh, for Teresa. Oh, yeah.
Let's see. This is back when everyone was trying to refresh. Lynn also says Teresa is desperate for love, so she will go wherever he wants her to.
Yeah,
exactly. That's what I said. Yeah.
Do you guys think that Brady will be able to go to Kristen and take the baby as he's planning to do?
Well, from the preview, no.
I feel like
I think Brady should have taken a couple of Victor's henchmen like Victor offered.
Well, there's got to be something more happening, because it did seem by the preview like they all are talking about like she took this baby. It's not like where did the baby go?
Right.
What could have happened? You know, they're not playing dumb about it. Mm-hmm. So there has to be something else that's whether it's gonna be kidnapping Brady and Teresa and keeping them in Italy or whatever it is. Like there's got to be some other twist. Otherwise, it's gonna be done. I don't know how long Kristen's contract was for.
I feel like this is probably going to be another short Kristen stint to kind of wrap up this storyline. Yeah.
So do you think Kristen's going to take the baby with her, or do you think Brady and Teresa are going to
here's the thing.
The baby?
You have to think now, like, okay, if Brady gets the baby, now there's a new baby in Salem. Versus if Kristen took it, then like there's no, because then Brady's going to be a single. What is he going to raise it with Teresa?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
That's going to be the best.
Right?
Teresa passed out from wine, and the baby like crawling away.
Wait, maybe because now that we know that Melanie is leaving,
so
that leaves room
for Teresa to move
and
in.
then they've kind of.
I mean, Brady even said when he was talking to her that he cares about her, that he still cares about her and stuff. And I mean, just I mean, nobody likes Teresa anyway, so John's going to be... I mean, she tried to kill... Well, she hit John over the head.
Person likes
He's not going to be happy. Victor's not going to be happy.
Eric's the only one that actually...
Is really her friend.
Yeah, which...
Yeah. Cousins are the best.
Oh, this is good to know. Caroline Topol, sorry if I mispronounced your name, said Elaine said she only worked 10 days of shooting.
And it's Eileen, not Elaine.
What did I say?
Elaine.
Oh, I'm sorry. Eileen. Duh, Eileen Davidson.
Yeah,
Eileen said she only worked 10 days of shooting.
10
So
shows,
it's going to be a quick one then.
Yeah, so she's not staying long.
So it is going to get wrapped up pretty good. So it's basically Kristen come back, give him back the baby, got to go by.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see. We'll see where that goes.
It's not going to be dragged out. Yeah, that's what I was saying. This whole storyline is not even going to be dragged out after the baby's discovered.
Oh, and Victor will be so protective of that baby. He's gonna, and I bet you know what I bet you it's going to happen too is, or should I wait for predictions?
Go ahead.
I guess I already opened my mouth. Like a custody battle.
Between
Victor wanting the baby and saying Teresa's not a fit mother. We don't want her to have custody. You know, there could be, and I mean, Aiden's there. He needs scenes. He's a lawyer.
Courtroom drama.
But I mean, what court is going to look at Victor and say, "We'll give the baby to you instead"?
Well, they just give it to people with money.
Oh, well, I guess.
And Teresa has none.
Right.
All right, so
Teresa could take the baby and go back to California.
I'm gonna Google pay for HR employees and see how much.
you should see how much they're making in Salem, because apparently you don't have to have a job in Salem to still live a great life.
You absolutely
Teresa's never at work.
I asked my husband if he could move to Salem, so I don't have to work.
Oh, you guys can come and be my friends in Salem because you know when I come in as hashtag Maxine's son, I'm gonna need friends. Just saying. All right, so let's move on to some tidbits, starting with Daniel and Nicole. Okay, so who's over Daniel and Nicole? Okay.
Actually, I want to put two hands up.
Who's just over Daniel, period?
Well,
who's over the Jonases?
It's kind of like this. I feel like Daniel keeps pushing Nicole away, and he's been very mean to her and
horribly mean.
And I feel like there's nothing that Nicole can say that will make him go, "Okay, I believe you." It's like I don't trust you.
He did this week.
What, invite her for bowling?
Oh, the whole bowling thing that didn't happen because Xander and Serena decided to show up, and then she got a scoop of a lifetime.
It was like, but that's what he keeps. That's every scene with them is the exact same scene every week. He's mad at her, he yells at her, tells her to get away, then okay, maybe we can do that.
And then how dare he try to get jealous over her coffee date with Xander.
Exactly.
And shame on Teresa for spilling the beans like that in front of Maggie.
The threesome.
Oh yeah, that was
I tweeted that one. That was friggin' hysterical.
And I love how she made a point. Like she turned around and saw them, she was like, aha! and kind of walked over. But I mean, first of all, Daniel, the way he's been treating Nicole for the past few weeks, like I don't blame her for running into Xander and being like, "Well, you seem like a nice guy. Let me just see where this could go." Because Daniel's just, we're not official.
Yeah.
And then he tried to be like, "Oh, so you're having coffee dates?" It's like, you meanie, main Daniel. You have no reason to be upset. You should be so lucky that she still wants you.
Right after, I think
she should go with Xander.
Oh. Yeah, of course.
This Lynn says that Eileen tweeted something about viewers would not get what they want with this story.
Oh, with the baby storyline?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Interesting. Thank you, Lynn Turner.
While I'm looking in the chat room, Daquan says Chloe needs to hurry up and get her butt to Salem, shake things up with Dr. Dane.
Yeah,
what is she going to shake up? Nothing.
No.
Oh, you know what? She'll probably come back finally when Daniel and Nicole finally get together, and then she comes back like, I'm here to drop off Parker. Yeah. By the way, I've been lonely. Can we get back
looking
together?
All sexy and stuff.
She always looks good. Yeah, eventually she's coming back. So Daniel and Nicole need to get it together because we're tired of the back and forth and the pushing away and all that kind of stuff. So get that together.
Misty Robbins, I don't think we can read that, but let's give her a little shout out for saying it.
Daniel is becoming an a-hole. That's what she said.
That's to put it mildly.
Thank you, Misty.
All right, so the Abigail Ben Chad storyline. Okay, so Mark, you were right.
I was. Thank you. I love hearing that. Wait, will you say that again?
Mark, you were right.
One more time.
Here I thought Chad was... I I still think that Chad is still playing the game.
Oh, he completely is.
And but this time he played it so well that she was like, for two.
Tell me you were not cracking up. That was hysterical.
I thought it was
Zoe
so
walked in?
funny.
Oh my
And then
God.
Zoe walks in and she's like, like, I just sat here and ate her food.
Yeah, totally.
But at first she was, and you can always tell when you think it's one way and it's not going to be based on how the actors are playing.
Right,
Because she was just like, oh, this sushi is so good. Oh, and
You
by
knew
the way,
I loved it. Yeah.
and
Don't you
then,
know what I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I'm totally
Yeah.
onto you. Nom, nom, nom.
Yeah.
and then Browning walks in.
Yeah.
And it's like, boom.
Wow.
Well, and then we also find out, which I think this may be interesting, Demera Enterprises
Owns
Sonics now. And then Chad was like, just to let you know, I'll be suggesting
some storylines.
stories.
Yeah.
Didn't Victor own Sonics before? That's how.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
how
Yep.
Will got the job, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So Demera bought it off of. Okay.
Must be.
Phone call. Just a phone call.
You know, just a phone call. Or actually just
all
an
it takes.
explanation. We own it now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Abigail becomes Clyde is helping Ben get through his whole Kevin thing, but this whole Kevin thing keeps
With the
coming
FBI?
up. Yes, because Kevin or Ben, Eve recognizes him. Y'all, please stop going to Salem U. There is no reason why all these people should. There should
She
be
went
no
to go
reason
to
why
pay her tuition.
No, there should be no reason why Eve is at Salem U. There should be no reason why Abigail is at Salem. And what? Okay, well,
What?
Abigail went to see Kevin.
Ben. But
But
okay,
she was there to pay Paige's tuition.
lies. She was there. She was there so she could be like, oh, I remember you from Miami.
Yeah.
But Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reynolds.
Reynolds.
Got from seeing a bag of roll of Reynolds.
That was hilarious.
Stupid. So and then Abigail becomes suspicious of Eve, thinking that maybe she had something to do with
the FBI investigation.
Yeah, stupid. Abigail, you should go to Salem PD because you're on the right frame of mind with them.
Her and Sierra should team up as a partner.
Sierra would be too much for her.
Sierra's going to be commissioner one day.
So we'll see what I'm interested to see what this whole Kevin thing is all about and what he was involved in back in Miami
Yeah, it's
and all
kind of
that.
boring right now, but
It's slowly trickling up. And then last tidbit, Adrian and Lucas do it
Wait.
again. Oh wait, what?
What are you talking
I was
about?
like,
Last tidbit. We just skipped a whole huge storyline.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Paul and John.
And John's mad at Marlena.
Oh my goodness!
Marlena,
I
and
totally
it's like-
forgot to put that in
And
tidbits.
Tori fainting.
Oh yeah. Okay, so wait, before the last tidbit, Adrian and Lucas do it again and get caught by Victor. Hilarious.
And
And
can we
fired.
talk about Lucas ripping off that shirt though for a hot second? Yeah, I was like, wow. All right, Lucas,
And them having to be teenagers and having to make sure that the house was clear.
empty, and then Victor
Henderson
comes to the
said
door and says, "I need to talk to you, Adrian."
Adrian, I need to talk to you. Oh, and Lucas, you're fired. I die. Died.
That was the best.
Die. So let's go to
John.
Paul,
Tori,
Marlena.
Will, Marlena, everyone, Sonny. So now it is confirmed that John is the father of Paul.
Yes.
Kudos to you, Peter, for
Ding,
saying
ding.
that a long time ago.
Thank you.
And basically, I love just Will being in the background, and every time hearing that they're leaving, he's just kind of like, "Don't stop them."
Don't stop it. Yeah. And I loved when he was talking to Marlena, and Marlena's like, "Don't do this. Don't make me sit here and watch you turn into
Your mother.
Oh my God! I wrote that down
That was
too.
great.
I was like,
that was great.
Because Marlena had a moment while
like,
talking
he
to John.
Finally tells her.
Yes.
Tells him.
Well, Marlena was talking to John, and John was spewing out all these things that he thought happened, and Marlena just kind of stopped and was like, "What did Will tell you?"
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And that was my
Where did
thought
you
too.
hear this
I was
from?
like, "What exactly did Will tell you?" Because none of that is right.
Yeah.
Sorry. So we find out that Tori did work with Stefano,
Stefano.
had the baby, was going to come back and tell John, but I love that they did the whole flashback to when John was a priest.
I'm like, yay for the flashback. I was happy to see that.
And then she's like, I didn't tell you because you had given yourself to God, and I didn't want to mess up your vocation.
Yeah.
Nicole. Sounds like a very similar storyline. So, and now Paul is all upset and
John's mad at Marlena.
Yeah,
I know, which I don't understand. That's kind of silly.
I hope they don't let it linger too much longer.
Like before,
because I think I do understand that he may be upset that she didn't come to him and say something, but at the same time, I just don't want it to drag out.
Oh, and then he like totally threw it in her face too that she didn't tell him. He's like, I'm gonna go tell Belle and Brady. Now you just keep that a secret. Don't see if you can keep that a secret also.
Right.
Like, don't screw this up for me, too.
Oh, boy. Well, we'll see what happens with that. So we now have to quickly go through all the remaining stuff that we have. So we're going to go into our 3 segments, starting with mine. The 3 Snaps Awards. That's right. I am going to go ahead and give my 3 snaps to some tiny little precious thing that finally made their appearance in Italy. Baby Christopher. That's right, baby Christopher. We have been wondering for 9 long months, where have you been? Who has you? Who pushed you out? And now we see that you are semi-well, even though you have... Semi-well. Even though you have some sort of, what is it?
Bubble boy.
Disease. We're rooting for you. But for this week, we hope that the 3 snaps will help you. So my 3 snaps award goes to little baby Christopher. Thank you. All right, and moving on to our WTF moment.
Oh, I got to move away. He's not happy today.
I am not happy today. This, my WTF is not going to a character, not going to a storyline. It's going directly to the writers.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Not Josh and Dina.
It is going to the writers. How dare you create a brand new character, Titus, just to feed... Oh my God, no.
He's not happy.
I am not happy. I'm sorry. It's like, if Titus was Victor's brother, where was Titus when Justin's parents died and was left to be an orphan and Victor had to adopt him?
Right.
Where was Titus then? Where? Nowhere, because he didn't even exist.
He exists now because we got to explain Xander.
And they specifically say that that's why Victor's taking care of him, because he doesn't have any other family.
This happened back in the 80s. It's just like a slap in the face to us, fans who have been fans forever. It's like, just throw in Titus. Like, really? I don't think so. And it's like, and also I told Mark earlier that I read on the internet that you're gonna
love this.
Yeah. So you're gonna
love this too.
Yeah, yours. I see if you agree with me. So I heard that writers get royalties if they create a character that catches on. So I'm thinking this is the reason why they made Alexandros Titus's son instead of making Alexander actually Justin and Adrian's son. And this is the reason why, and I wrote him down, I said, this is the reason why Paige, Ben, Serena, Xander, Paul, Tori, Zoe, Derek, Clint, Cole, Jordan, and Aiden are all new characters. I believe these writers decided to create all these characters before they left, just so they can, just throwing... Lack of better term. Throwing crap on the wall and see what sticks.
And we were saying too that because we always say, why don't they bring back this person? Why don't they bring that person? Probably because they get more money if they create a new person.
Well, now I feel like my 3 snaps award should go to those writers because those are smart for doing that.
So it's like Titus really is like, I don't think so. And it's like, it would have been so awesome if Alexandros was actually, Alexander, their son, Justin and Adrian, because if they did, there would be a grip of storyline there. So much backstory. Like, he could be jealous of Sonny, have conflict with Adrian, conflict with Justin. It's like so much there.
Right.
So I'm sorry. That's my rant.
Go ahead. Now, Mark, we got to go to your quotes.
My quote of the week will go to, this is kind of a little tribute to you, Tony, and also a little shout out to our return of Eileen Davidson. It's Kristen DeMira saying, when it comes to Salem PD, we are protected by the enormity of their stupidity.
That's a good one. All right, and since we're on you, Mark, we still have the hashtag those were the dates. Steven, I know that we need to wrap up, but can you turn the music down? No. We're celebrating 50 years of Days, and so we want to take you back to favorite storylines and characters with hashtags Those Were the Days. So, Mark, you have it this week.
My queen bee, my queen diva, Miss Renna, flight 1174, leaving Salem. When she left, what was These Were the Days, when that episode. I literally remember being in my dorm watching this episode and just sobbing, watching her say goodbye to Bo. And I even wrote down I was watching it on YouTube today, and I literally started crying again when she says, "Promise me something. You'll think about me. You'll think about me for a moment every day." And then I was just like, and then he says to her, "I love you." And then she says, "If I love you, you will let me go." And then to top it all off, as if it doesn't get to me enough, they play Bette Midler in This Life. Just to... Oh, it was so good. I literally was laying on my bed today before I came.
Oh, hashtag Those Were the Days.
Those were the days.
All right, so quickly going through our news and gossip. We don't need the thing. We're just going to go right through it. So, ex-Nathan Horton, Mark Hapka, can be seen in and also ex-Austin, Patrick Muldoon, can be seen in Lifetime's Deadly Revenge. It came on yesterday. I watched it. It was a pretty good movie. Also stars Miss Donna Mills. Go to the next picture. So make sure you guys check out Lifetime TV for more screening times and viewing times where you can see Deadly Revenge.
It's just a movie? It's not a series?
It's a movie, yeah,
okay.
Just a movie. So make sure you guys check that out. Also, the Australian... Oh, that's Mark in the movie there. Look at that. Nice. All right. Plays a very wholesome guy with a crazy mama. All right, so next up, the Australians have landed, and they have done their screen test with... I read that they did it with Ari Zucker, who plays Nicole. So they had a screen test with her. So we're going to find out which of these three Australians is going to land that ruggedly handsome doctor role that will be landing in Salem for 13 weeks.
And not that I know they're not the same place, but we do have somebody from New Zealand that was watching us when we first started.
Hello, New Zealand.
Today,
How are you? Thank you.
I know it's not the same country. Okay.
Right, we get that.
That reminded me.
So good luck to these three gentlemen, and we will find out who will win. I think it's going to be the middle one, too.
I think it's left.
This guy?
Yeah.
No, I think it's going to be him. And then
it's going to be Chriselle.
Ex-Jordan Ridgway, Miss Chriselle Strauss, is now landing on the show Mistresses. She just tweeted that she's headed to Canada to start filming, and Mistresses will debut in June, so we may be on the lookout for her. So congratulations to her on that. Also, Marie Cheatham, ex-Marie, has landed the role on Tyler Perry's The Have and the Have Not, so congratulations to her. Also, if you guys are interested in meeting your favorite Days of Our Lives star in Canada, you can find them in Toronto on May 30th.
James Scott's going to be there.
James Scott's going to be there. Galen Gehring, Billy Flynn, your favorite. Jen Lilly, Eric Martzoff, and Brian Datillo.
I'm just going to go hang out in bars in the Valley and hope I'll run into him.
You can do that. Make sure, if you guys are interested in this
James Scott
event, make sure you go to starscanadaevents.com.
James Scott actually booked, he's on some new sitcom. I saw that. I meant to write it all down.
What's the name of it?
I'll get next week.
Also, the Emmys are around, so the Emmys will be next week, and we all know that our favorite Days of Our Lives stars have been nominated for it. We did have a clip on Camila's reaction to her Emmy nomination, brought to you by Mr. Bobby Paradise. I'm going to include the link in our description so that you guys can check that out, because Steven probably will not play it because he's trying to rush us off currently. So make sure you look in the link description. Steven, I get it. We're not at the Emmys, so don't put that music on.
He's getting you used to accepting for when you have to accept your speech.
Right. So make sure you guys check the description to find out Camila's reaction to, ooh, Steven, please take that music out of my ear. I get it. I'm going to wrap everything up. So make sure you guys check that out. Find out how Camila reacted to her nomination. Now, predictions. We saw that next week, Brady lands in Italy to confront Kristen, and there is a baby and a gun.
And a gun, yep.
And a gun.
Yeah, so we are going to figure out what's going to happen with that. If you guys have not seen the preview, make sure you check out our description to find the preview on what's all going to go down in Italy next week. And that has been your weekly wrap-up for our lovely soap opera Days of Our Lives. What's that? Oh, that's right. Sorry. Before we leave, we have our contest winners for the calendars that we've been talking about all week long. So who are we have 3 winners, right?
Yeah, well, the third one is going to be chosen today after the show for the chat room. So
okay.
Off of what was in the chat
room. So you guys just find out. But for the person who won on YouTube, I think we all agreed. It's going to go to Canned Will. Her quote is, "The day Paul found out John was his father was probably the busiest day Club TVD has had in a good while." LOL. So perfect. Congratulations, Canwell, for the YouTube comment. And for the Twitter comment, it's going to go to Leah Mulder at LeahMo34. It's going to be at Lorraine Love. "I love your hairstyle on ABTV Days. Hashtag Dishin Days. I believe a bird could come lay a nest in it real easy. Hashtag Days calendar."
It has happened to me before. It has happened.
So congratulations, Leah, on the win.
They bring twigs over and they lay them on my head to start building their nest.
Okay. So
yes.
That's that. And so we'll be choosing the other one later on.
Perfect. So thank you guys for tuning in to our lovely recap of this week's episodes of Days of Our Lives. Mark, really quick, tell them where they can find you.
At Lorraine Love, LORAYNE on Twitter and Instagram.
Peter.
And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at The Real Dooligan, and you can catch us on Facebook at /Dishin Days.
And of course, you can find me on all social media platforms at Lounging with Tony. And this, ladies and gentlemen, have been Dishin Days. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next Sunday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.